Welcome everyone. I am here to give a quick demonstration of some of the new diagram layouts that are possible to create inside MindManager 11 for the Mac. So the first one we're going to take a look at is a concept map. So in this example, a concept map, I have graciously put in the Wikipedia definitions of some of these types of diagrams, but basically the concept map allows you to document a complex concept. And in that, with every concept that you place in the diagram, you create a relationship between it and other concepts, and then you specify what kind of relationship exists inside or between these two concepts. So in this case, I'll walk you through the diagram itself. Explains that concept maps represent organized knowledge. And then organized knowledge is context dependent. It includes associated feelings or affect. It is necessary for effective teaching and effective learning. Organized knowledge is also concepts. And the concepts are labeled, and they're labeled with symbols and words. Now, this is part of an overall concept map that I pulled or recreated that was an image inside Wikipedia. It's just to give you the example and flavor of a new type of diagram that's possible to create inside MindManager. Likewise, we can also now create workflows or process flows. So it's possible to document the process to do a piece of work or how work flows within an organization. Further, we have implemented or included swim lane diagrams, which is a new type of process flow that really can also add an extra layer of information, as in within each swim lane, the work that is accomplished during that part of the process is handled by the group that owns that swim lane. So here you have a bunch of stakeholders. They might develop a proposal, and then that is handed off to the office where they check it out. And they hand it up to the steering committee, and they say, hey, is it approved? If it is, it gets scheduled, etc. And if it's not, then you go back and you inform, or the office is responsible for informing the stakeholders. So basically it shows the ownership, or which team or department within an organization has to do what part of the work to get the flow done. And then finally, the next new type of diagram is a timeline. Now, unlike the previous concept maps, workflows, and swim lanes, timelines are a little bit more similar to the traditional mind mapping, which MindManager is known for. In this case, we have branches, and the branches are related to each quarter in this example. But the timelines can effectively mark any type of chronological events. You can create a map, a timeline map, for quarters, for months, for years, for days of the week, for decades. Whatever time frame or horizon you're planning in, it's possible to do that. And similar to the mapping, if you start adding topics, it just becomes very similar to a mind map where you can just branch in additional topics or not. So with that, just want to recap and just highlight the fact that we have many new types of diagrams: the concept maps, the workflow and process diagrams, swim lane diagrams, and the new timeline layout. All of these have templates inside MindManager as well. So if you go to the template screen, you can see we do have some blank templates for the concept map, for the flowchart, as well as the timeline. If we look inside the flowcharts, we see a couple of different examples of swim lane diagrams and the concept maps as well. There, we have a couple of templates for the timelines as well, something for each day of the week, for each quarter, for every year. Or you can go to a blank one and, oh, that's the tree map. We can go to the blank one and you can create your own custom timelines using the full power of MindManager for Mac, including notes, hyperlinks, images, etc.